Good news on the big boat front today. Finally got an answer. Well, one person did answer my question, whether or not if, the pre-order released, if you got it on the day it was released or if they shipped it on the day it was released. How'd that work out? Got the email today that it is being shipped, so big boat will be arriving soon. Kind of got me fired up a little bit for the tour coming up. I use that word tour there generously. These fall dates coming up. Got to bust off the fall tour. I used it again. Got to bust off the preview video here. Everything, we got a lot of double dippers other than Jacksonville. Somehow Jacksonville snuck in there the one solo night. And you got 2 in Charleston, 2 in Nashville, 2 in Alpharetta, 2 in Grand Praire. Trey making his return back down to Texas. And then the 4 big ones. What it's really all about is the 4 big ones at MGM. Ending on Halloween. And starting out in Charleston. So, Nashville, the two Nashville shows, some of the few sold out ones. Obviously, the MGM sold out. One of the Alpharetta nights already sold out. But other than that, tickets still available all across the board. I don't know how big some of those venues are. I guess Charleston Coliseum, not bad size. I don't know what's going on down there in Jacksonville. Alpharetta and Nashville, all right, they're not huge venues, that's for sure. I don't know about Grand Prairie. Jacksonville, man, now that's the concerning. I was just the one that just jumped out at everybody right when the dates were announced. There's been a few people, just throughout YouTube or whatever, Twitter, my social media people. There's some people going down to Jacksonville. I say avoid the Waffle House at 2 a.m. Avoid any women you see wearing a Fred Taylor jersey. They're liable to stick a knife in you. So just cover your ass, Don't be getting into no shady wook business down there in Jacksonville. You won't return, man. You will not make it to the Nashville shows. Charleston, assuming, I don't know if Phish still have, if a band like Phish plays into the whole, we're releasing an album, we're going to play these dates to support the album, but I'm sure we'll get some new songs, whether or not that's the plan going in or not. See if they still keep jamming out No Man's and Blaze On, or if they pick some new songs. Well, about the songs that didn't make the cut, will we ever hear them again? A couple of them, I hope not. Songs like Mercury, I hope so. Kind of curious to see what happens with More. See what they do with a couple of them, all in things people do. Is it going to be more of the bluegrassy sounding song, or is it going to be like it is on the album? So we'll see how that goes. Charleston could be one night typical Phish show with some jams. I'm never really too big on the tour opening shows. Tour opening shows with a new album. We'll see how that goes. And then the biggie in Jacksonville. I don't know. I have zero thoughts on Jacksonville. Have they ever even played Jacksonville before? I don't think I've ever been like, oh yeah, man, I got that Jacksonville show, dude. I got Jacksonville 94, bro. Fucking Maze, dude. Nah, I don't know. Maybe it's out there. Then 2 nights in Nashville. Should be heating up by now. They got 3 shows under their belt. 2 nights in Nashville. Cool venue. I'd be excited if I was headed there. Alpharetta, same deal. We got 2 nights in Alpharetta. Could be, got a fluff head last time they were there, I believe. That's something to get fired up about. Trey returning to Texas. Seemed like last summer or the summer before? Yeah, man. I think it was 2015. That summer pretty much ripped ass. These were 2 of the, a couple of the letdown shows were in Texas that summer. And then you're on to the MGM. Pretty much what it's all about. Leading you up. You got to take it easy. Pace yourself. Halloween, night 4 this time. There's no warm-up night, then the big night of Halloween, then a couple to chill you out. Works out this year that Halloween is the encore for everything, and as far as what they'll play, who knows, man? Anybody? You're just all a guess at this point. I know people got a little fired up with the Dweezil Zappa interview, but I don't know. As soon as when I read that, I just thought, he's probably just kind of missing. I just thought he was probably just kind of a little bit misinformed. Maybe he was aware that Phish covered Peaches. Maybe he had heard something about they do entire albums, and I don't know. He just, I didn't read the entire interview. Maybe if you read the entire interview, it's a little more in context, and it does make sense, but just seemed a little bit like, whatever. He doesn't really know. He doesn't understand the ins and outs of the Phish, man. He's got his own problems, obviously, right now. And then if it were to be a Zappa album, who knows? They got enough to choose from there, that's for sure. Good luck with that, and then, they've done a lot of the big ones. Their obvious influences, The Who, the Talking Heads, and that. They probably like to keep it somewhat mainstream. I'm sure they probably got some bands that they like, some albums they love, that 95% of their audience is just going to be like, what the fuck is this, man? So I don't know. We'll see. I think, if it's something, depending on what album it is, lots of practice time. Just even though if they're just practicing that particular album, rehearsing it, should lead to good things for Phish. Kind of a little Fare Thee Well deal there going on. I feel like Fare Thee Well gave Trey a little boost that summer. maybe didn't start out the hottest, but I'm making that connection anyhow between how badass that summer was and Fare Thee Well. Lots of rehearsal, learning other people's music. Maybe get a little action there. Getting Paige lighting a little fire under his ass. And, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That wraps it up. I don't know if I said anything. Pretty excited about Big Boat, though. I don't know why. I've heard it, but I'd like to get my hands on a nice physical copy of a Phish CD. I mean, I even own a physical copy of that joker. So I get them all, man. That's it. We're out of here. Thanks for watching, guys.